What's up, guys? The market is heating up, and there are multiple crypto gaming tokens out there that could easily do a 5, 10, 20x in this bull market because the alt season is yet to start. In this video, I would like to give you my top 10. I don't like talking about specific coins, I rather talk about strategies, understanding the market. But I think most people understand that it's just the time in the market to buy some good coins. So, what are the good coins, if you ask me? Let's look into that. Welcome to the Fomo Factory. If you like the video, like the videos. Wait. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, and check out the Patreon down below. Now, if we do look at crypto at the moment, Bitcoin is still sitting, at around its all-time high, and it's having a little trouble pushing through. I want to start with that, okay? I want to start with that because I think it is super important to understand where in the cycle we are right now. If we look, Bitcoin is flirting with the all-time high, and, it broke it a little bit, and it's now below it, and it's struggling for a little bit, right? We are now at week number 3, and some people, they start to get a little scared. They be like, oh, what if we don't break it and it all goes to shit? Could happen. Last cycle though, we also tried to break the all-time high, and we tried for 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth week we finally broke it. It's a lot of resistance right there. Of course, it's a huge psychological barrier. And in the bull market before that, we had the high sitting at around $1,100, and we tried, got rejected, and we got a rejection which was like pretty nasty as well. It was around 40%. So people thought like, okay, let's break all-time high, and then we crashed 40%, right? And only then a couple of weeks, well, I better can say months later, because this actually to really break out took us 15 weeks. But then we finally broke out. Moral of the story is have a little patience. We will get there. We will get there, and once we break out, you can see that once we broke out, there is no resistance right there, right? So we went up for many weeks, basically from that $1,100 straight to $3,000. And here as well, once we finally broke out, we went in a couple of weeks from 20K all the way to 42K. Without any red candle, right? So it could definitely be that once we break out, we fly towards $100,000, no sweat. That's at least so far what happened, right? So that's what's possible right here. Now, when that happens, that's usually where altcoins also feel like, okay, you know what? Fuck this shit. And they go up like crazy. So you want to be there before that happens. I hope most people already allocated themselves. But if you are in a DCA position and you feel like I have a monthly income, right? I'm buying little by little by little. And you need something on your buying list. What are the things that I'm looking at? Now, there are many hypes out there. Solana is ripping, man, damn. Solana is really ripping. And you can, of course, go to the Solana meme coin ecosystem. But although that there is money to be made and lost, that's usually not that sustainable. What is sustainable? Gaming. People will always play games, right? Combine that with crypto, it's obvious. Crypto gaming is too obvious. And in the last cycle, we didn't have that much. We had Axie, for example, which was, it's kind of the blue chip crypto game out there, and it's still sitting at a $1.4 billion market cap. But then again, if you look at Axie, you might be like, what the fuck is this, right? It's like made for 6 years old, and it's like the economy within Axie, it's not sustainable. Although so far it's doing pretty well though. But if you look at the market cap back then, it had a $10 billion market cap. $10 billion market cap for a game that is not really that great. Now, what the cool thing is though, if you look, for example, at the gaming category, it's not even 30 billion. So it's not even 3 times as high as Axie was on its own in the last bull market. And we are not even close to the top if you ask me for this cycle. So if you look right now, there is a lot of stuff in this list right here that I think that could do really well. Okay, now you have to remember, sometimes people, they look at a coin and they be like, it's already $1 billion market cap. Never mind. Right? Or 100 million or whatever. I again would like to give the example like I did earlier. If you look at Cardano, for example, and you take it over the market cap for the last couple of years, you can see that, well, exactly where my cursor is right now, by the way, It was sitting at $1 billion market cap. Okay, people thought like, fuck that. It's already $1 billion. Like, how high could it go? Well, not 100x basically. It did a 95x from that billion, right? It's not that a couple of 100 million, $1 billion market cap is the limit or anything. Remember, we have a lot of money coming into crypto right now. We have a lot of quality projects, a lot of money sitting in Bitcoin right now. At a certain point, people want to scale out Bitcoin and get into the good quality altcoins. They go look at the layer ones, they go look at AI, but they are definitely also going to look at crypto gaming. So let's take a look at crypto gaming, what I think are the best projects out there. And this is totally my opinion, right? This is totally what I just like to invest in. Some I have a position in, some I don't. Okay. I hope we get a good correction so we can buy a little cheaper. If not, also fine. Right. Now, a lot of people, they look at the blue chips and they, for example, look at Gala, right? The thing with Gala, though, is that Gala is also, well, like I said, it's a blue chip. It's the first mover advantage. It's a good product, definitely. But for what I think that Gala delivers compared to other projects, it is overvalued. Now, I don't want to say like, hey, it's sitting at 2 billion, it can go up, like the example that I just gave. But I do think that there are other projects out there that do a similar job as Gala does, which have more room to grow, right? If I invest in Gala, I would expect a 2, 3, maybe 4x from this point if everything goes well. If you look at the market cap, it is like not that far from its all-time high. The problem is, it's not that it cannot go where it was back then, but the problem is over here, there was no Myriad, there was no playable games, these projects weren't there, right? So all the money that can go into Gala right now goes to, for example, Emeria or whatever, right? So that's already money that's not going to Gala. Plus, the competition itself, they have to really keep up with it. And I think that Gala, like, they coming up with their chain and all, but okay, this is now a video that's about projects that are not on my list. But I just would like to say, get it out of the way, Gala is for me, although it could go up, of course, that's not something that I'm looking at. What I rather invest in is IMX. Although it has twice the market cap, it's a way bigger project than Gala is as well. Not just market cap wise, but just because what they do, right? It's the layer 2 solution for crypto gaming, and more than 200 games are coming to Immutable X. Now realize this: back in the last bull market, Immutable X was sitting at a 1.7 billion-dollar market cap. That's kind of like twice as low as where we are right now. Okay, so it's now already twice as high as the last bull market. But again, it's a layer 2, right? Games are coming to Immutable. What games were there here on Immutable? There weren't even good games to begin with in crypto, let alone coming to Immutable. Right now we have all the top tier games building on Immutable, and it's gonna get a lot of adoption. It's gonna get really interesting, I think. And I think that IMX, although it is so high cap, it could be a 10x project. In my honest opinion, I think that IMX is, when it comes to gaming, by far the safest play, but it's also a play that's quite rewarding. Another one is Beam. It's kind of the same thing, actually. Beam currently is sitting at a $1.7 million market cap. Now, Beam is also an infrastructure play in crypto gaming that you not have to bet on a single game or whatever. But there are games coming to Beam, and there are good games coming to Beam. There are a lot of good games coming to Beam. And I think that by investing into something like that, you just get exposure to everything that's out there. The games that won't succeed, but that are worth the shot, but also the games that will succeed. It will all contribute to it. Now, I mean, tokenomic wise, it's great, right? I mean, it has a $1.7 billion market cap and a $2 billion fully diluted. So there's almost no dilution coming to Beam. Um, Beam is definitely high in my portfolio, and also, like, this is not me making a video saying, hey, you should buy all these coins to make 100x in crypto. No, if you want to make 100x in crypto, you don't have to buy one single coin, because you're an idiot if you're not already selling it at an 80x. So you will never get to 100x if you're smart. If you want to make 100x, look at strategies. Reshuffle, reinvest, pre-sales. Easy. That's the best way to make 100x. But if you want to have a portfolio working for you with coins that you actually feel comfortable with, then Beam is a great play. You can go really low down this list and buy, for example, Everdome, right? Just saying something. And hey, this has the 100x potential market cap wise, but it's not a coin that I can put a lot of money in and sleep well at night. That's for me, not because of the project, it's too low cap. That's too dangerous. There's no liquidity in this coin. One whale or two whales have to dump and it all goes to shit. That's not the definition of decentralization, if you ask me. So therefore, these higher plays, you came in crypto to make money. So shouldn't your first goal be to not lose money? And of course, like, I have my moonshot portfolio, right? But this is for the main portfolio. So I have my moonshot portfolio with coins around a $10 million market cap or lower. Dropping a video very soon about that and the 10 micro caps that I'm buying. But that is within a portfolio that I'm fully prepared to lose everything on. And with this portfolio, I think, like, well, you know what? I actually don't really expect to lose money with this one. So yeah, no, I'm not, but I don't know even why Floki is here. I'm not buying into Axie. If anything, Axie is way overvalued at the moment, and I don't want to say like it can't go up, because it is where it is, and it actually surprises me. But I'm not betting my money on the fact that it will go up. Sandbox had a great hype. But also, it's not for me. ApeCoin, it's just not really my thing. What I do like is Ronin. Ronin is a layer one. We had Axie, and at a certain point, they thought, like, hey, let's make our own chain, right? That's what I like, because Ronin is the chain with the most successful games on it, basically. It has Pixels, it has Axie, and there will be coming more games to Ronin. And when you compare Ronin, for example, to an IMX, it's way, lower, but it's also quite of a safe play. Um, it looks like, hey, it was 440 and it's now 370 by the dip. But if you look at it like this, what fucking dip? Like, you're buying the top, right? So it is kind of, you cannot, of course, wait for it to come back down here. Certainly possible, but I wouldn't like bet it all on it. Like, we're in a bull market and these things, they move fast. But if you really see a good dip, then these things are really the ones that I feel like buying. So for now, I'm waiting. Illuvium, I'm sad, because I want a good dip. I just had an interview with Illuvium co-founder, and Illuvium is the most anticipated crypto game out there. They've been working on it for 3.5 years, and it went over $1 billion market cap with even no product out there. So they managed to really do it well. So I'm not going to talk too much about Illuvium. You should check out the interview coming out soon. After you saw that, after everything that I heard, I was going on. I bought some Illuvium right away. Really, it is beautiful. What they are building is incredible. But it is already sitting at an $800 million market cap. Now, if you look at the market cap where it was, that was sitting at a 1.2 billion, give or take. So it's almost sitting at an all-time high already, actually. So don't look at price, right? Look at market cap. More tokens came into circulation. And now the market cap and the fully diluted market cap makes sense, right? I said this 1 year ago, like, I'm at least waiting until July 2023, because then the private vesting, etc. is over. If you ever want to check that, you can just go to Token Unlocks app. token.unlocks.app, right? And there you can check out of some projects what the token unlocks are. So you can check out, for example, Illuvium right here, and you can see nothing because they made it a paid version. Well, then you can go to CryptoRank and you can find it as well. Fuck you, token unlocks. So, but Illuvium, this is something that I feel like this is sustainable. And if we get a good dip, I'm gonna definitely buy more. But for now, it's like, yeah, I don't know. But Illuvium could be that $10 billion project, actually, because you have to understand that, yes, we can compare price here to price here, but then we also should compare products here to products here. Here, they had no products. Here, they're releasing their products. Okay, so will it be a buy the rumor, sell the news event? I don't think so, because they actually have a good product that people are going to use. And then it's a slightly different story. So Illuvium is faux show on my list. There are a lot of things right here that I skipped, like Big Time, for example. Beautiful game, good hype, one of the better looking crypto games out there. But it has a $200 million market cap compared to a 2 billion fully diluted market cap. So it has like a 9x token vesting. So the private investors, seed, I don't know what the hell invested in this, but I don't want to offer myself as exit liquidity to these people. This is way too big of a gap, if you ask me. If they thought better about their tokenomics, then I would have invested in it. Same goes for Heroes of Mafia. Also, big gap right here. And I must say, Heroes of Mafia was the type of game that it was nice for the pre-sale people, right? They bought it at 30, 40 cents. They made a nice 20x out of it. But I cannot honestly buy a single game which is kind of completely ripped off at this valuation. So yeah, sorry, it's not only a video about my top 10, but also the way how I look at it and why I think something is worth buying and why something is not. That might help you understand a little bit as well. Now, Crown by Third Times, this is a good game, but I think there are cheaper alternatives. If you look at MetaHorse Unity, for example, I think they can pull this off as well. And that's sitting at a, let me take a look where it is. This is 190. I don't know what the hell this is, by the way. Don't buy this because I have it on my screen for some reason. But if you look at this one, fully diluted, 86 million. Okay, against this fully diluted of 320. Now, quality isn't worse or anything, so I'd rather go with Munity. Nakamoto Games, bro, this is my personal problem. Okay, I'm convinced that mobile gaming will be big. Nakamoto has the product, they have the hype, they have the price momentum, they have everything. And with $180 million market cap, this could go to $1 billion. So Nakamoto doing a 5x from here, give or take, should be possible. But I'm not buying it. Why? Because I was talking about it from 6 cents. And I am not going to, I was having an interview with Nakamoto Games. And I talked about it in my shorts videos. Like, hey, check out Nakamoto Games. It was mega low cap, right? And I bought some and I took my profits, not knowing that it would go this crazy, right? But I honestly cannot put myself to buying it right now with this price. I just can't. Nevertheless, it would be a good pick though, I think. Volker Forged is something that I think is pretty undervalued. It has a $180 million market cap. And if you look at the previous, it was 900, 800, sorry, I'm autistic. $840 million was the previous all-time high. Now, what's interesting is that they are now sitting way lower, right? So just to go back to its all-time high, they can pull off a nice 4x. But product-wise as well, it's so much better right now. They are having so much games out there. They're having a launchpad. They're having a layer 1. It's a complete ecosystem. And for such a complete ecosystem, I think 180 million is like criminally, how do you say that, undervalued. So that's one that I have in my list as well. I like Myria. Therefore, like, I'd rather have Myria than Gala. Myria, like they have their own layer 2, they have their hype, they got it all, right? Problem is, I run a Miriam node, and I know that there are way more people running those nodes. And I know that if I buy it on the open market, the node holders are gonna dump on me. So I don't want to buy this. Although I think that Miria like could be $1 billion market cap in the future for sure. Um, I like Star Atlas. I like Shrapnel, right? But the thing is that for a single game, this valuation is not for me. It's just not for me. I do invest in Ultra, and this is kind of stupid because if you look at Ultra, by the way, this Illuvium on its Bitcoin pair, it's pretty nice, man. But if you look at Ultra, I always said like, hey, it's a weak chart. It's a really weak chart. If you look at it like this, you can obviously see lower lows, lower highs, right? It tried, but it was a lower high technically. So it's in a downtrend. And I just don't like buying something that just keeps on going down, right? I'd rather buy something that's to start with sideways, right? That shows like we are out of the downtrend. You could also say, hey, it's been going sideways since November 2022 because there we were here and now we are here as well, right? And if you zoom out enough, then it's quite sideways, right? You could look at it like, where's my fucking... Right. You could look at it like this, right? And if you think away this white line right here, it could be like, okay, range, right? It's still ranging. So it's one of the better plays, actually. That's what you could do. And therefore, I bought it as well. Like, I like what Ultra does. They call it the Steam of crypto. And we need a fucking Steam of crypto. It's very simple. There's going to be a lot of competition for Ultra. I think Portal is going to make it very hard on Ultra. I think Illuvium is going to make it very hard on Ultra. I think there will be new projects that are going to make it very hard on them. But it doesn't mean that like how many layer 1s are there, right? Do we need another layer 1? No, we hell not don't need it. But they can be valuable, right? If people use it, fuck it, why not, right? Other things that I like I haven't bought it yet though, but I like Cornucopias because although it is built on Cardano, this is one of the better looking games out there, man. Cornucopias, when it comes to their graphics, I don't know if they have a good teaser on the website, a gameplay trailer or whatever the hell, but it is actually looking so fantastic. It's incredible. It's incredible. If you look at this, it's like real pictures almost. Yeah, unless you see this. But this is one of the best, maybe the best looking crypto game out there. And it's not all about like graphics, I know, but still, it kind of does something for me. However, I just feel like we had such a low price and we're not going back here probably, but we're now really close to the top, right? It's also not for me. If we go back here, 60, 70 cents, that's when I'll be interested. $80 million market cap right now for a single game. I don't know. I mean, could this go to $1 billion? Yeah, definitely. So I might miss out on this one, but I'm not buying until it is slightly lower in market cap, like 60 million maybe. Then it's interesting one for me. Sidus is an interesting play. I like Sidus, especially with their launchpad coming up. I think that if like a lot of people making launchpads, but I'm allergic to all these launchpads. Thanks for the concerns. But if anybody can pull it off, then it's Sidus, I think. So I like it, definitely. But also, yeah, the price, okay, 21% correction last week starts to look pretty good over here, if you ask me. They came from 0.0076, and then now at 5.4 again. So you can buy it on a decent discount. You don't want to look at it like this, because then you still feel like you're buying the top, and it could be right. It could be like, be warned. Like if we look at the cycle, then hey, we have a long way to go. But crypto is full of surprises, right? Maybe we have like the typical how a cycle moves: accumulation phase, uptrend, and now a massive distribution phase, that bar pattern, right? Who fell on his head right here? Before we have a massive downtrend. I don't think so. I think this is a good opportunity though. But yeah, just keep it in mind. Games for a living is, this is an interesting one. I participated in the pre-sale. And after the pre-sale, it got all the hype. Everybody was talking about games for a living. Why? Well, price going up is the best marketing there is, basically. Everything in the market was going either sideways or down, and games for a living was going up only, right? From April 2023 till like infinity. And that's funny. I mean, if you look at April 2023, which was here, we basically went sideways for half a year, right? We went sideways for half a year, and games for a living was like almost 10xing over there. So people felt like, whoa, this is where you want to be. Now this is going, of course, a little down slash sideways, and nobody's talking about it anymore. Might be a sign that it's a good time to buy. Just saying. I mean, if you want to have exposure to a gala type of project, instead of buying something with a $2 billion market cap or whatever the hell it was, you can also look at something with a $50 million market cap. This is fucking low cap. And the thing is, I said it back then as well, the team is top notch. They have Trip Hawkins, man. That's the CEO of EA Games, right? But that's not everything. Man of Sword, if you look at his at its LinkedIn, he has like his portfolio with games that he has co-developed. There are games over there that you know, okay? So I'm betting my money on this team. I'm betting my money on games for a living. The only thing is, though, that they do have to deliver a little bit. They had Elemental Raiders, but other than that, you have Diamond Dreams, Jump Pump, Soccer Legends, and I don't know, like, okay, this is already out, so that's good. I don't know, like, if they will be the studio that makes that huge gaming hit. Then again, once they do, the price is already up way harder than what it is right now. So that's the gamble that you're taking. Are you willing to front run a lot of people, but betting some money on it that you're not sure about? Yeah, that's with everything in crypto, basically. But then games for a living is something that's quite interesting. By the way, I skipped one because it's not on the gaming page right here. But if you look at Superverse, yeah, that this is great. Superverse, a lot of people, I got a lot of comments. Even I got a lot of comments like, Elliot Trades is a scammer. You don't buy this crap and this and that. I don't know what's wrong with these people, man. He's one of the greatest minds in crypto, if you ask me. He's building an incredible platform. All the big projects that you love, he's partnering with that. So why would you hate on him? Man, he's doing a fantastic job. And it shows the token, it went from 7 cents to 150. It did more than a 20x. It outperformed the market by 4x. It's crazy. Right? The thing is, though, buying it at this price, I cannot do it. I bought it at 9 cents. I sold it at 40. I sold it at 60 and at 80. And I bought back a little lower. And then I sold it at 125 or something like that. So I nailed the trading with this one. But for a long term, I'll still have it back. And I'm not selling that. Because I honestly think that this market cap could go way higher than where it is right now. This could be a couple of billion, probably. But after such a parabolic run, I need to see a good correction, right? And I don't mean a correction from like 500 million to 430 million or from 680 to 540. I mean really back to these kind of levels. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. but I'm not buying it before it happens. Very simple, actually. Altora is also one that I am accumulating a lot. Simple, because NFTs are going to be way bigger than what you think, probably. If you think about NFTs, you think about pictures of monkeys and rocks, but that's done. That's done. NFTs now have utility. If you have smart NFTs, if crypto gaming is actually going to be as big as I think it's going to be, then Altera is going to play a big part in that. And then with a $50 million market cap, I don't know, man. I feel like, okay, this could go way higher. It was sitting at 260. This should be taken out easily. Easily. And it shows Altera has already been running. A lot of people say, Altera is boring. It doesn't do anything. Look, what the it went from 4 point something million to 70 million already. Also outperformed the market. Look at the outperformers and buy their dips. That's like the best thing that you can do. Okay? Because there's a reason it's outperforming. Another one that I like is Whack Me Games, man. Whack Me Games. Also, look at this price movement right here. It's incredible. I don't know, the market cap was measured from here, but even only this 11 million to 60 something million. They focus on mobile gaming, and I'm a big fan of mobile gaming. I'm not a mobile gamer, but I understand, like, if I want to play a game because I can just take my phone, play a little bit, put my phone back, broke it, and done. It's so accessible, right? And there is just not a lot in the space today that focuses on mobile gaming. Well, Whack Me Games is with their tower defense game, for example, and I really love that. Yeah, we're getting low cap, man. It's gonna be dangerous right now, but Playable Games is another one that it has two hypes. It has the crypto gaming studio hype. It has insane good tokenomics. Everything is diluted. And it's low cap. And it also has the AVAX hype. Okay? Everybody is now talking about Solana. And that's great. Let Solana run. Let these scam ass fucking bullshit meme coins go up. Make some money with that. Lose some money with that. Do with it whatever you want. Solana is outperforming quite hard right now. But if I look at if I would have had Solana, I don't know how fast I need to be to press that sell button. Although I think it could go higher, this is too much of a green candle for me. Too big, too big. If you put it on the yearly chart, then you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, it's been up with 100% this year and 900% last year. The dip is gonna be like, at least if I look at this chart, I'll be like, whoa, the correction is gonna be horrible. Purely chart wise. And then I know what you say, like, yeah, well, Solana has that and that. I love Solana. I've been one of the early, like, I always said, like, hey, Solana's fast, it's cheap, it's obvious. But this green candle, at a certain point, it's gonna stop, and maybe it goes to its all-time high first or beyond. I don't know. But that doesn't go on forever. And at a certain point, people will just look at the money and they be like, okay, you know what's, how much is there to gain with Solana actually? And they're gonna go take a look at AVAX, because AVAX has the biggest crypto game ever being built on it off the grid. And AVAX has a lot more on it. So AVAX is a obvious play. Then where do you want to look if you want to get exposure to AVAX with good upside, but not too much risk? A gaming studio on AVAX. I just don't really like it's not Mary. If you open the Maria website, it's beautiful. If you open this, I'd be like, is it made with Fiverr or on Fiverr or with Canva or whatever? And how are their games actually, right? But again, same story as with Games for a Living. Once they have their star game, then it's already too late when it comes to the price. And for now, I feel like, yeah, okay, sideways, leg up, sideways, come with that leg up. Very simple. Now, there are many more projects that I really like. And like I always preach about, and I hope you have been following the same strategy as I did. Look at launchpads. Very simple. If you look at Spartadex, for example, Spartadex, extremely low cap, by the way, but they were the launchpad that initially released, fuck, I forgot the name, Game Swift. That was their big hit, but they have Star Heroes, did a 30x or something. They have great launches, right? And they are a playable DEX like DeFi Kingdom is, but on Arbitrum, right? Not on that crappy Harmony one chain that nobody ever uses for anything else than DeFi Kingdoms was used for, right? Right chain, right narrative, right everything. CeDeFi also, it's also on my list. It's higher cap, of course, but CeDeFi is the blue chip launchpad out there. CeDeFi is now having a slightly, decent dip. It went all the way to 550 or so. It's now sitting at 450, give or take. CeDeFi could be the first launchpad that goes into the billions. It wouldn't surprise me if CeDeFi has a $2 billion market cap, because CeDeFi releases the quality. And there are many launchpads that I can talk about and that I like. And this is not a top 10 launchpad video. But the thing is, though, that CeDeFi is mainly focusing on crypto gaming. They go with the rest of the market. If there's a good deep in AI, infrastructure, whatever, they go with it. But their main focus is crypto gaming. And I think that's smart. They know what they do. Now, are you early? No. It went to 50 cents or so. It's now sitting kind of 10. It did a 10x, right? Also, CeDeFi heavily outperformed the market. Why? Launchpad narrative, man. Look at the launchpad narrative. Now, there are like many more projects that I can talk about and that I really like. But when I have to talk about my top 10 crypto gaming coins, then I don't even know if these are 10. I think it's a little bit more, so you're welcome, I guess. But then this is definitely the list. If you like the video, guys, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. Oh, my sound is off. That didn't work. Too bad. Like the video. Check out the Patreon down below and let me know what your favorite crypto gaming project is. And also, I'm going to ask you a question for a giveaway, like I did earlier as well. You can win $100 of USDT if you give an answer that I like. The question is, what is the best crypto gaming project out there and why? Let me know. Could be launchpad-wise, studio-wise, layer one-wise, whatever, but something related to gaming. What do you think is best and why is it best? Let me know, and I'm going to pick a winner that wins $100. Take care.